But, as men, we need that challenge. We have these two guys in our chat. They're constantly battling about how many rosaries they pray a day. It puts a challenge on us.
Yeah. Right.
I can fit another rosary in. I can fit another Divine Mercy in. I can fit this. So men need to be challenged. It's just part of our nature.
Yeah, we love competition.
Yeah, for sure.
And,
yeah.
And what better thing to compete than the prize of heaven? Right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And welcome, everybody. Hands on Apologetics. You have entered into Virgin Most Powerful Apologetics Dojo. And Jeff Kasab is in the dojo today. And actually, he's giving the sensei some lessons on what to do on Facebook and stuff. And you're really lighting a fire under men, which kind of brings us to the topics today.
Yeah, for sure.
What is the role of the father, the man of the house, in regards to leading your children and your wife to Christ?
Yeah. Gary, we're going to get into some of the stats, and it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, you might think, well, should I go to church? I don't feel like it today. I'm tired from last night. It's not important. My wife and kids can go. No big deal. But I tell you, those long-term effects have a serious outcome on your kids as they grow up, And we can take this back. We talk about men and men of faith, and we can take this back to Adam.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
We can literally go back to Genesis, and when Eve was this was their wedding night, right? God told them to go, be fruitful, and multiply. So you could say this was their wedding night, their honeymoon night. I mean, if you could put that kind of analogy, Adam and Eve are in their hotel room. Somebody,
in paradise.
Right, in paradise.
Hotel Paradise.
Yeah, exactly, Hotel Paradise. Adam's, let's say, in the restroom or another room, and here comes someone knocking on your door. Your wife goes to answer the door. There's a guy there trying to seduce your wife. What would you do as a husband? You would go and protect her from this guy. Well, the devil did the same thing to Eve. He went and seduced her in a way, of course, not in a sexual way, but he went and seduced her, conned her, tricked her. While where was Adam? We know a couple of verses after that, God asked Adam, where are you?
Right.
It's a rhetorical question. He knows where he's at.
Yeah.
But I think what God meant was, where were you? You should have been protecting Eve while the devil was tricking her.
Yeah.
So the devil has been doing the best he can to attack the family, and he attacks the man. Actually, he first attacked the woman. He attacked Eve, and Deacon Harold Burke-Sivers has a great analogy of this, and he says he attacks the woman because only she's the only one that can give life besides God. God gives life, and she can give life, right? And of course, so can man, but not like a woman can. If the devil can attack that part of the family, then half his job is already done.
Yeah.
And Adam did not protect his wife. God says, "Where were you?" God knows where he's at. Should have been there protecting your wife, right? Protecting Eve. And that's look where we're at now.
Yeah,
the devil's still attacking the family. And I'm sorry to say this, but where are the men today? We should be standing up and protecting our wives and our families from the evil one. And it's a spiritual battle. It's not necessarily a physical battle, but it's a spiritual battle. We need, as men, I can't stand when somebody says the rosary's for women. Prayer is for women. No.
Yeah.
A real man, a true man, prays so his family can be protected from the evil one.
Yeah.
And we lack that so much in our church today. And I think I told you this last time. We were in Chicago a few months ago. I don't know if I mentioned to you or not. Me and my wife and my daughter were in Chicago. It was Saturday, Sunday. Let's go to church. We found a church in downtown Chicago. Beautiful church. We sat there for Mass. I look up at the on the altar, and there's just the priest. There's 8 women there. God bless them. Women have a beautiful role in the church. One read the letter to St. Paul. One did the Psalms in the beginning before the gospel. The other 6 or 7 women gave Eucharist. You know, where are the men?
Yeah, where are the men?
Where are the men? I don't want to say this is a man's response. No, women have a beautiful role in the church. But where are the men of the church? Why aren't the men doing that? Right? What are they doing? It was a Sunday. You sitting home watching football? Yeah. Come on. Something's wrong, Gary. And we need, I think, to re-evangelize men. They need to take back control of the faith. They need to take control of their families, and they need to take control back of our world before the devil takes control.
Absolutely. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and it's not like we're saying no, they can't play a role, but it's like where was Adam during all this?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it can't be the priest's fault. I mean, if men are not stepping up, women are taking over the role. And again, God bless them. Women have an important role in the church, but so do men.
Yeah.
So do men. And we're losing that.
Yeah, it's funny how unfortunately sometimes things are stereotyped. Like you said, praying the rosary is something for women. And both of our patron saint, Padre Pio, right over our shoulder, he was a man's man. And he had the gift of continual prayer. He was always praying the rosary.
Even when he would fall asleep at night, his hands would be on whatever bead he left off. When he woke up, he just continued praying. Huh. Wow. I mean, I don't know, 20 rosaries? There was a number of rosaries he prayed.
And it wasn't
a
typical rosary. It was a much longer rosary.
Yeah.
And, so, I mean, but it's funny. Well, then how now it's there's only for women? No, that's not true. Some of the greatest saints in the church had a devotion to Our Lady.
Because St. John Paul II, he had the rosary in his hand all day long. He had a great devotion to Our Lady. And I don't know. It's just even now in the sort of men's group we have a chat and a WhatsApp, and there's about 8 or 9 of us in there, the core. And, they're all day long battling. Hey, I'm on my 5th rosary. Hey, I'm on my oh, my God. I thought I'm doing good. I'm on my 2nd rosary, and these guys are praying 6 and 7, 8 rosaries a day. But, as men, we need that challenge. We have these 2 guys in our chat. They're constantly battling about how many rosaries they pray a day. It puts a challenge on us.
Right.
I can fit another rosary in. I can fit another Divine Mercy in. I can fit this. Men need to be challenged. It's just part of our nature.
Yeah, we love competition.
Yeah, for sure.
And what better thing to compete than the prize of heaven? Right?
Yeah, right? Yeah. Compete with the rosary. That's great. Who can pray more rosaries in a day?
Yeah, that would be a great phenomenon to get going in the church.
Yeah.
Because it's so strange that men are AWOL, and pretty much. I mean, there are some very good men out there, and I don't want to discount But part of the problem is you feel like you're the only one if you are.
Yeah.
And that's why something like the men's group you got together is important, because then you could see I'm not alone. There are other people are going to conferences and things like that. So you're not alone. You're just on the front lines. When you're on the front lines, you feel alone.
Yeah.
But you're not alone.
When you're on the front line, you're the first one to get shot, though.
Yeah.
So on the battlefield,
Yeah.
So, and it's okay. Hey, we're the first ones. We're on the battlefield. We're on the front lines. And we have each other's back, and I think if men really understood what that phrase meant, that's back from the time of Roman armies when they were so powerful. Mm-hmm. When a guy said, I have your back, he's talking about war and soldiers. And when a Roman guard or an army would stand, they would stand in rows and rows of men, and their front would be filled with armor, but their back had no armor on it. It'd be bare. Why? Because the guy behind them had their back. Nobody could attack them. Right. Then the last row of men, their back would be bare. The guys would face the other way, so they would cover their back. So when back in those days, when a Roman soldier said, I had your back, it was a matter of life or death.
Right.
Because he's talking about war, going to battle. So when I say I got your back, Gary, it's a serious thing. It means if you need me for prayer, if you need me for support, if you're going through a problem, I got your back. All you got to do is call me or text me, and we can talk about it. It's a serious, it's not just something that's, hey, I got your back, No,
right.
it meant life or death back in the Roman days.
Yeah, that's a great analogy because the evil one doesn't normally do frontal assaults. He's too smart for that.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to sneak around the edges and, catch you from behind when you're not looking.
Yeah, yeah. And, we